All right, today we are reading Scene 5. It is the first night of the Hanukkah celebration. Mr. Frank is standing at the head of the table on which is the menorah, which a menorah is just the candle holder with 9 candles used during Hanukkah. He lights the shamos, or servant candle, and holds it as he says the blessing. Seated listening is all of the family, dressed in their best. The men wear hats. Peter wears his cap. Praise be thou, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who hast sanctified us with thy commandments and bidden us kindle the Hanukkah lights. Praised be thou, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has wrought wondrous deliverances for our fathers in days of old. Praised be thou, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, that thou hast given us life and sustenance and brought us to this happy season. Mr. Frank lights the one candle of the menorah as he continues. We kindle this Hanukkah light to celebrate the great and wonderful deeds wrought through the zeal with which God filled the hearts of the heroic Maccabees 2,000 years ago. They fought against indifference, against tyranny and oppression, and they restored our temple to us. May these lights remind us that we should ever look to God, whence cometh our help. Amen. All. Amen. Mr. Frank hands Mrs. Frank the prayer book. I lift up mine eyes unto the mountains, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. He that keepeth Israel doth neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper, the Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall keep thee from all evil, he shall keep thy soul. The Lord shall guard thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and forever. Amen. Amen. Mrs. Frank puts down the prayer book and goes to get the food and wine. Margot helps her. Mr. Frank takes the men's hats and puts them aside. That was very moving. It isn't over yet. Sit down, sit down. There's a lot more. Songs and presents. Presents? Not this year, unfortunately. But always on Hanukkah, everyone gives presents. Everyone. Like our St. Nicholas Day? There is a chorus of no's from the group. No, not like St. Nicholas. What kind of Jew are you that you don't know Hanukkah? I remember particularly the candles. First one as we have tonight. Then the second night you light 2 candles, the next night 3, and so on until you have 8 candles burning. When there are 8 candles, it is truly beautiful. And the potato pancakes. Don't talk about them. I make the best latkes you've ever tasted. Invite us all next year, in your own home. God willing. God willing. What I remember best is the presents we used to get when we were little. 8 days of presents, and each day they got better and better. We are all here, alive. That is present enough. No, it isn't. I've got something. She rushes into her room, hurriedly puts on a little hat improvised from the lampshade, grabs a satchel bulging with parcels, and comes running back. What is it? Presents. Presents. Look. What's she got on her head? A lampshade. She picks out one at random. This is for Margot. She hands it to Margot, pulling her to her feet. Read it out loud. You have never lost your temper. You never will, I fear. You are so good. But if you should, put all your crosswords here. She tears open the package, a new crossword puzzle. Where did you get it? It isn't new. It's one that you've done. But I rubbed it all out, and if you wait a little and forget, you can do it all over again. It's wonderful, Anne. Thank you. You'd never know it wasn't new. From outside, we hear the sound of a streetcar passing. Mrs. Van Dawn? This is awful. I haven't anything for anyone. I never thought. This is all Anne's idea. Holding up a bottle. What is it? It's hair shampoo. I took all the odds and ends of soap and mixed them with the last of my toilet water. Oh, Anarchy. I wanted to write a poem for all of them, but I didn't have time. Offering a large box to Mr. Van Don. Yours, Mr. Van Don, is really something you want more than anything, as she waits for him to open it. Look, cigarettes. Cigarettes? 2 of them. Pim found some old pipe tobacco in the pocket lining of his coat, and we made them. Or rather, Pim did. Let me see. Well, look at that. Light it, Putty, light it. Mr. Van Don hesitates. It's tobacco, really it is. There's a little fluff in it, but not too much. Everyone watches intently as Mr. Van Don cautiously lights it. The cigarette flares up. Everyone laughs. It works! Look at him. Thank you, Anne. Thank you. Anne rushes back to her satchel for another present, handing her mother a piece of paper. For Mother, Hanukkah greeting. She pulls her mother to her feet. Here's an IOU that I promised to pay. 10 hours of doing whatever you say. Signed, Anne Frank. Mrs. Frank takes Anne in her arms, holding her close. 10 hours of doing what you're told? Anything you're told? That's right. You wouldn't want to sell that, Mrs. Frank. Never. This is the most precious gift I've ever had. She sits, showing her present to the others. Anne hurries back to the satchel and pulls out a scarf, the scarf that Mr. Frank found in the first scene, offering it to her father. For Pim. Annick, I wasn't supposed to have a present. He takes it, unfolding it and showing it to the others. It's a muffler to put round your neck. Like an ascot, you know. I made it myself out of odds and ends. I knitted it in the dark each night after I'd gone to bed. I'm afraid it looks better in the dark. It's fine. It fits me perfectly. Thank you, Annelle. Anne hands Peter a ball of paper with a string attached to it. That's for Moushy. On behalf of Moushy, I thank you. And this is yours from Mrs. Quack Quack, as he holds it gingerly in his hands. Well, open it. Aren't you going to open it? I'm scared too. I know something's going to jump out and hit me. No, it's nothing like that, really. What is it, Peter? Go on. Show it. It's a safety razor. A what? A razor. You didn't make that out of odds and ends. Meep got it for me. It's not new, it's secondhand, but you really do need a razor now. For what? Look on his upper lip. You can see the beginning of a mustache. He wants to get rid of that. Put a little milk on it and let the cat lick it off. Think you're funny, don't you? Look, he can't wait. He's going in to try it. I'm going to give Moushy his present. He goes into his room, slamming the door behind him. Moushy, Moushy, Moushy. In the distance, we hear a dog persistently barking. Anne brings a gift to Dussel. And last but never least, my roommate, Mr. Dussel. For me? You have something for me? He opens the small box she gives him. I made them myself. Capsules. 2 capsules. They're earplugs. Earplugs? To put in your ears so you won't hear me when I thrash around at night. I saw them advertised in a magazine. They're not real ones. I made them out of cotton and candle wax. Try them. See if they don't work. See if you can hear me talk. Putting them in his ears. Wait until I get them in. So, are you ready? Huh? Are you ready? Oh, they've gone inside. I can't get them out. They laughed as Mr. Dussel jumps about, trying to shake the plugs out of his ears. Finally, he gets them out, putting them away. Thank you, Anne. Thank you. A real Hanukkah. Wasn't it cute of her? I don't know when she did it. I love my present. And now, let's have a song. Father, please. Have you heard the Hanukkah song, Mr. Dussel? The song is the whole thing. Oh Hanukkah, the sweet celebration. I'm afraid, Anne, we shouldn't sing that song tonight. It's a song of jubilation, of rejoicing. One is apt to become too enthusiastic. Oh, please, please, let's sing the song. I promise not to shout. Very well, but quietly now. I'll keep an eye on you, and when... As Anne starts to sing, she is interrupted by Dussel, who is snorting and wheezing.